Her voice was too calm when she said it, almost rehearsed, almost relieved. "My new boyfriend has a Harvard MBA." "You'll understand," my wife murmured, sliding the cardboard boxes across my polished desk as if she were offering hors d'oeuvres. "Clear your things. HR will finalize the paperwork." I stared at her long enough for the truth to burn through the varnish of her smile. She didn't look away. She didn't flinch. Only the slight twitch in her jaw betrayed her. I packed in silence. My hands moved, but the rest of me stayed suspended, like a man watching his own execution from the outside. A framed photo of our so-called family. My pen set. The crystal award she pretended to admire when guests visited. All of it slid into the box like pieces of a life I had somehow borrowed instead of lived. By 12:30, I stepped out of the building I had helped build. My corner office, a prize I earned through years of bloodless nights and pragmatic ambition, passed behind me without ceremony. I walked across the parking lot with the same composed pace I used in board meetings. Cold, efficient, detached. At 1:15, a pair of heels scraped behind me. Fast, almost frantic. "Wait, wait!" the CEO's assistant shouted, hair whipping across her face as she ran toward me. "Please come back! They need you! The CEO wants you in his office immediately!" I didn't turn, didn't slow. I just unlocked my car. The tone in her voice, fearful, breathless, should have given me satisfaction. But all I felt was a quiet, surgical clarity cutting through me. Something was wrong. Not wrong today. Wrong for a long time. And now, the infection was finally surfacing. I drove away. The world shrank into a thin line between what I knew and what I had ignored. It started 3 nights earlier. A notification on my wife's phone. Subtle, but not subtle enough. A message preview cut off mid-sentence. A name I didn't recognize. A smile she tried to hide. Then the sudden softness in her tone when she said she'd be working late. The manufactured irritation when I asked if she'd be home for dinner. The strangely polished confidence whenever she mentioned a consultant helping the HR department. I should have asked questions. I didn't. I watched. Watched her lock her screen faster. Watched her dress with a care she hadn't used in years. Watched her remove her wedding ring when she thought I was asleep. There is a moment, quiet, small, easily missed, when denial fractures into acceptance. Mine came when she started humming. A soft, unfamiliar tune, one she never hummed around me. She was already gone. Her body still lived in our home, but her loyalty, her admiration, her shared life had shifted. And the shift wasn't accidental. She wanted me out of the company. She wanted him in. She wanted the life she thought I could never give her. Polished, wealthy, glamorous. A Harvard MBA. A shiny ornament she mistook for a future. I didn't argue. Didn't accuse. Didn't confront. Storms aren't loud at the center. They're silent. That night I sat in my office with the lights off. Not working. Watching. My reflection in the window looked unfamiliar, calm to the point of emptiness. My phone glowed with traces of a life unraveling, shared documents she had quietly removed me from, email permissions she reassigned, HR forms processed without my approval. Her fingerprints were everywhere. Not sloppy, not amateur, calculated. She thought she moved like a ghost. She didn't realize I always saw the shadows. I began collecting threads, phone logs, travel receipts, GPS data she forgot synced to the shared account, security footage from weekend work trips, the hotel she checked into under her maiden name. Every detail aligned like teeth in a very old trap. She had been building an exit long before the boxes showed up in my office. I documented everything. Every timestamp, every lie, every reckless confession hidden between digital dust. Externally, I remained composed, placid, predictable. Internally, I felt something colder than rage. Preparation. At 3 a.m., I ordered an envelope of documents printed. DNA records, financial statements, transfer logs she thought I didn't see. Not because I planned on confronting her. Not yet. A truth loses impact when delivered raw. It must be shaped, sharpened, chilled. I waited. The truth arrived on a gray Wednesday morning in a plain courier packet. I opened it slowly, methodically. Inside was the final confirmation. Financial betrayal intertwined with emotional betrayal. She had siphoned money through HR-approved consulting fees to her new partner. She had pre-signed termination paperwork for me. She had initiated a secret equity transfer. She wasn't replacing me in her life. She was replacing me in my legacy. At 6:40 p.m., she walked through the door, humming again. I placed the packet on the table. She froze. "What's this?" she asked. "Everything," I said. Just one word. Steady. Even. Her hands trembled as she read page after page, her decisions staring back at her with clinical, irrefutable clarity. She whispered my name like a prayer, or a plea. I simply watched. When she finally looked at me, her face was pale, cracked at the edges. "You?" she whispered. "I observed," I replied. That broke her more than shouting ever could. The next day, our daughter-in-law called. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes," she barked, emboldened by the gossip my wife had fed her. I simply answered, "Enjoy." Then, with perfect timing, I posted the photos. My villa overlooking the Swiss lakes. My new office in Zurich. My reinstated executive role, offered the moment the CEO learned the truth. The life I built quietly while she aligned herself with a Harvard MBA who couldn't balance a petty cash sheet. My phone rang. 5 times, 10, 30, 71. All her. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Calm is a kind of violence, too. I stood on the terrace of my Swiss villa the night I ignored her last call. Below me, the lake lay still, dark, reflective, undisturbed. Much like me. Betrayal didn't destroy me. It removed what needed to go, stripped the noise, revealed the truth of the people who fed on my silence. When the phone stopped ringing, I felt nothing. Not victory, not regret, just clarity. Some people mistake grace for weakness. Some mistake ambition for availability. Some mistake loyalty for blindness. She made all 3 mistakes. I turned my phone face down. And finally, quietly, I let her go. For good.